Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, but definitely hit the like button and share the video. But hitting the like button helps the video to circulate. Um, this morning, I wanted to talk about Yo Gotti and his artist and the rumor of the birthday bash. And it is a rumor, so I have to say allegedly as it relates to what I'm getting ready to say. Rumor has it that the birthday bash was a celebration allegedly of what the unfortunate demise of young Dolph. I don't know, but that's something that someone had. That's what's out in these streets in Memphis, right? Um you know and because of all of the tackiness and all of the evilness that has been going on since young Dolph's death, even before then, um surrounding that label, I don't put it past them. you know I can't verify it, but it sounds about right. So I have to say allegedly. Yeah, excuse me. So I have to say allegedly. I think about their birthday bash. And there were a lot of people to come in because, see, you have to understand when you announce that you're going to have certain people there, everybody has his or her own fan base. People was going to come from different places. So there was a lot of people. You're talking about in Arkansas, there's a college. It's a college town down here in Mississippi, but going further south, you got Jackson State University. All of those universities, like all of those kids, they always come up here to concerts at the FedEx Forum or whatever, or to Memphis rather, or whatever Memphis has going on. And and then the fact that he has so many different celebrities, of course, I mean, if nothing else, it wasn't necessarily, people kind of forget about certain things and they go, oh, my favorite artist is going to be there. They're going to pack it out just to go see their favorite artist. And he had a variety of different people there. So, other than giving away tickets, because those tickets were not selling good. So I guess other than, giving it away or whatever they did to pack it out, um, that's what happened. But I think about Yo Gotti, and I don't really say a whole lot about Yo Gotti because I know how the game go. When you see people, some people will they flat out want you to know that they are working for him on here. It ain't no problem being his PR person, and then others are kind of, some they're a little slick with it. They, because what celebrities say is any news that's reported on them, good news and bad news, is good, right? Because it keeps them out there. So some people kind of slant it as if they're saying, trying to talk bad about them, but actually they're giving, that's a slick way to give them PR, right? That's a slick way to put out there what they have going on and keep the attention on them at the same time, making you think that they are for Dolph, right? It's unfortunate, but that's how it works. There's quite a few of them that do it, right? But there's no laws against that. The laws are against harassing other people because you think about it, those very ones will harass. Now you're supposed to be for Dolph, but then you'll turn around and harass some other people that's for Dolph. That's kind of weird, ain't it? It's real weird. Hey, like I said, I judge a tree by the fruit it bears, and I watch the fruit that it bears very carefully. As I always say, a apple tree can't produce oranges, even though oranges are real sweet and good. It may look sweet, but something is wrong when an apple tree start growing oranges. See, a lot of people get fooled by the sweetness of the oranges. They let it go right over their head that wait a minute, that apple tree ain't supposed to be producing those oranges, even though it's sweet. So even though some of these people may try to act like that for Dolph, you have to watch it. They're not. Watch what they say, watch what they do. Because when people are on one accord, you won't see them going against attacking other people that's on the same accord. Okay. So that's why I always say that. But as far as and it goes back to him. Now, he has never necessarily said a whole lot about Young Dolph. Yo Gotti hasn't. But he's always, it seems to me, and I don't really know a whole lot about Yo Gotti, but just looking into this, since this situation has happened to Dolph, I see he has a pattern of sending people out. And there are certain ones he sent out. And hey, it ain't just young ones, it's some old niggas, that he was able to send out to go do time, to go and do things to young Dolph. And I'm sure if they was riding with him for a check, or they on their knees to try to be in some favor, these folks had turned their back on their damn children, going to do some time for this man. Okay, allegedly. But it really ain't allegedly. It happened. But I'll say allegedly. Anytime you put another man before you put your own damn children, you'll do anything. And a person like that, people like that, I really ought to be dead. Okay, that we ain't got no use for them as a man or nothing else. They pitiful. Okay, I'm talking about the ones that would do anything for another man. You got these men that won't even do what they doing for this man for their own damn children. They ain't studying their own mamas like that. But they'll go and take somebody else out, or attempt to take somebody else out, and turn their back. Because when you do stuff like that, you turn your back on your own children, so that this man can be out flossing, flogging, whatever, or anybody like him. And I hate to be hard on Yo Gotti, but I just think the way that Yo Gotti has handled this situation, and he didn't have to care about Doc. We know he didn't give a damn about him. We know he hated him. But the way that they've handled this, and they think that it's funny and try to taunt, and they think whatever these people are getting ready to do in the background, because I wouldn't give a damn what nobody else said. These people gonna handle them. Okay? They gonna handle them. They understand, these people in this legal system understand the maybe the lawyer. They understand some of these lawyers and how they work. So because they've worked with some of these lawyers, I'm talking about some of these prosecutors, they already know their tactic, and they already know when they have this stuff, it's gonna be bow tied. Just like Cornelius and Straight Drop. Them folks did that. Like some of these other ones, they're gonna be did that. Okay. But with Yo Gotti, I just think he's supposed to be a boss, and he got so many Negroes around him that's pitiful. Okay, it's a lot of them that's pitiful, because instead of just selling the music, okay, they'd rather get themselves involved in something that's gonna haunt them in the long run. Because this stuff with Dolph, if they knew how these folks weren't playing with their asses, those that's not involved, they would stay out of it. And as a boss, he shouldn't want them in it. But I guess with some of them, like Black Youngster and them, they've taken on the responsibility of being the front person, I guess, to take the fall for whatever is getting ready to happen. Because what happened to young Dolph should not have happened. It should not have happened. And to be consistently, because young Dolph was a human being. He was a father. He was a human being, and a person can say whatever they want to, as long as they are not a threat to their person. And that's what the authorities are saying as it relates to CMG. They got the motherfucking game twisted. If they think they're going to be taking out people and they still going to be able to rap and make money, they think they're going to have longevity, and they think that they can incite fear in people and kill other human beings, allegedly. Now, that's the word. Okay. So we see how it has been handled with Young Dolph. Okay. We see how it has been handled. And let me just say this. It ain't many people that had to get on here or go to the authorities to try to tell on nobody. These stupid motherfuckers told on themselves when they got on this internet, a federal entity, and started threatening people. Okay. Terroristic threats. Are they able to trace that stuff? Terroristic threats. Okay. That's why a lot of these stupid motherfuckers, these minions, they get their ignorant asses on here, but they fucked up when they start doing some of this other stuff that they do. And they say everything's short of threats. Okay. They think they smart, but they really ain't. You know, my grandmother used to say, it's a shame. She used to say, it's a shame to be pitiful and not know it. That's the most pitiful kind. When you pitiful and think you got sense. That's the most pitiful ones. She used to always say that. Lord help them. Because they borderline retarded. Okay. But we see the way that things have been handled with Young Dolph. You know, there are rumors. People talk about how people troll him in that camp, talking about, and I believe it was Lil Migos, allegedly, they say. So I say allegedly, was talking about, I'm smoking, I'm giving, you know, he'll love me to say his name, I guess. I'm smoking on a Dolph pack. You know, what had Young Dolph ever did to Lil Migos, if that's true? Lil Migos supposed to be a damn human being. How could you troll another human being that was a father, that's got children that are hurting? I wonder if Lil Migos understand the laws of the earth and that you have to reap what you sow. How could Black youngster go and make videos all down at the graveyard? And the thing that's jarring, Black youngster needs to understand, he don't know how many eyes are on him. And Black youngster needs to understand that if it's ever found out, and I don't know what's going on, it might already be found out, I don't know, that if anything, whenever it finally goes down, let me put it like this, if he ever goes before those courts, he's got to go before the same people that can judge him, that's probably got eyes on a lot of what he's doing. Okay. And as a boss, you would think that Gotti would sit him down, okay, and talk to him, but he can't do that because he encouraged him to do it, in my opinion. He want him to be the crash dummy, and then he want the eyes to be on him. So if anybody got to go down, it's gonna be him. Okay. But I'm here to tell y'all, God is a just God. Okay. God is a just God. And that's what I'm gonna say about that situation. You know, as I was saying the other day, because I've never been a jealous hearted person on nothing. People can call me a lot of things, but they have never been able to say that I was a hater. I would have loved to be proud of them doing their birthday bash. I would have loved it. But the amount of tackiness that label and evilness has exuded, I don't see how nobody support them. Because what this label has done is pissed in the face of the people that have supported them, right? Because anytime you support some stupid motherfuckers, and I'm getting real mad, Lord forgive me. And I'm just talking about any entertainer. And they send destruction back to the communities that help to support their motherfucking asses before anybody ever even knew them. They pitiful, they sorry, And that's pissing in the face of the people that's left in the hoods. Because when you send destruction back and hits, motherfuckers, you hurting the people in the very hoods that have supported you. And you think God pleased with that? See, that's why I say God is a just God. These niggas putting hits on folks and acting in the capacity of God, which is what's got these folks on top of their motherfucking heads. Because I hear all the federal agents are out there in the streets. They outside. Okay? But anyways, I digress. Let me get back to my subject because I start getting mad and passionate about what these people have done to their very own communities. It ain't like these niggas didn't come up out of these communities. For somebody to be helping the hood, putting music out. I mean, if he had enough money to retaliate, but he didn't. Black Youngster, that song you put out got a lot of people shook. You consistently make yourself a target. We were sending death threats, and he didn't take him seriously. Now he in his grave. I think that one gonna haunt you, Black Youngster. Somebody else said something that's gonna hunt them. Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy said something that's gonna hunt him. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just telling you. That's a fact. Didn't they learn the first time? I think that outburst is gonna hurt him, but this ain't even about him. Okay. But when we support people that do things like this, you know, okay, like Black Youngster said, I kill you for saying F you. A judge somebody was in my office looking at talking about that. He turned orange. That's trying to incite fear. They're using the very dollars, okay, that the community has put into them, trying to support them, to send terror back to the community, because that's trying to incite fear. Who you think you are to try to control somebody or what they say? And that's what these Negroes got it wrong at. If they don't say something I like, I'ma send some fool out, my flunky out to get them. These stupid motherfuckers, these shade tree hitmen. It's a damn shame when you a damn hitman, stupid motherfucker, and the folks know you by your name. I guess going up to death row, because some of these bitches gonna be certified as serial killers. All for what? And you got children, you got families. These folks don't give a damn about their mamas. They be the ones left out here to suffer while their kids up on death row. And let me just tell you this: just like they just changed some laws for you to do 100%, they putting some stuff in order now. You're not gonna go to death row, niggas, and be up there 20 or 30 years. They get ready to start doing you, frying you like Texas do. So was it worth it? Especially if you got children and everybody got a mama. Was it worth it? These men turn their back on their children. And what I can't understand, I listen to young Dolph say, I can't fool with nobody. And I see that they got children. And I don't hear them talk about their children. And I don't see them around their kids. And like young Dolph said, I go, man, you got kids? I ain't never even see. Oh, man, he said, they was, my baby mama this. He would go, dude, I can't mess with you. Because if you're going to hang with us, you getting money. You get money for your family. I can't mess with you. You ain't messing with your kids. Like that, regardless of the baby mama, those your kids. Okay? That's a person that has standards. But my issue with Yo Gotti is you got all these fools around you, a lot of them, not all of them. Okay? Because some of them are, still being watched. It seemed like to me they got some tastefulness. And I hope they continue to stay strong, because you don't let another man pull you into their mess, especially when it's deadly and rude and cruel. Okay? But my issue with him is you got a lot of these young men around you. A lot of them are troubled. Instead of saying something like that, you pull them into your mess. You let them do crash dummy stuff like troll the dead. The rumor is some of them go do time. Okay. And they're not being encouraged to do better, because just because somebody getting money don't mean that they're being encouraged to do better. What about their character? Because a fool with money is dangerous. We see how Black youngster has been moving. Okay. And I have to call that out. And I think about Black youngster because I knew Black youngster great aunts and stuff. Those were some praying women. I grew up around them. And and I know at the core of his foundation, because you always hear him say, give God thanks. So at the core of his foundation, it at least penetrated him. But Black youngster has turned into something evil on a whole nother level, it appears. And it appears that it is encouraged. And that is the issue that a lot of people have with Yo Gotti, because Yo Gotti is supposed to be a boss, and he is at the very core of this. Okay, him and his brother allegedly, because allegedly, when his brother gets mad, he is the one that gets the ball rolling on a lot of stuff. Big Juke. I had wanted to, because I had started looking at Big Juke Instagram at one time. I said, well, dog, I like the way he is with the kids. He seemed like a real good father. But Doc was a real good father too. And just like Big Juke, would have been wrong to take Big Juke out, because those kids seem to love Big Juke. Young Doc's children are suffering. And so Big Juke, we can't get mad around here and decide we're gonna take people's lives. What would give a person that right? Right? Is it because, and that's why I say our communities have been funding terrorists. And y'all, I'm mad about the birthday bash being packed out. First of all, I don't know how it got packed out. But with all those different artists and stuff there that different people love, they forget about, they go, well, I went to see my artist. They don't think about you're supporting who it is that you're really supporting. They go, well, we packed it out to go see this particular person. That's why I ain't really mad about it, because I understand that people can't think themselves out of a cardboard box. I understand that. I just have to pray for our people. I be praying for us. I be saying, Lord, we're going to overcome. We shall overcome one day. Okay. But I understand why our people are in the condition that they are in. That's why I get mad when I see people who we have helped and supported, because I used to listen to Yo Gotti's music back in the day. So don't ever say I was a hater. Okay. So it makes me mad when I see that people that we have supported piss on the community and then say, I dare you say something, I'll put one of these crash dummies that's on all kinds of medicines and stuff, all kinds of drugs, to come and take you out. And that's why them folks outside. This stuff should have been stopped a long time ago. Should not have taken young Dolph getting taken out for this to happen. So, I think about, young Dolph's artists, and they still throwing subliminals at his artists. And I'm sure his artists feel some type of way. And I think sometimes they might get emotional, and you'll see how they post. But I'm here to tell them God is in the neighborhood. God is outside in Memphis. Hold your peace and let God fight this battle. That's to Young Dolph's artists. Hold your peace, because God got this one. That I can promise you, it ain't no maybe. God got this one. Just keep on holding your peace. Okay? Because I understand when you start going back and forth with people, especially when they troubled on the inside. It's the same way with this stuff on YouTube. people wait for you to say something. When they got that green eye monster, they'll say, maybe they talking to me. So I'm going to say this, that's pissing them off. They're mentally sick. Our people are in a bad state. Okay? That's why a lot of times when people say stuff, and trust me, folks that I don't even know send me messages. Such and such throwing shots at you. My words now are, I'm going to pray for them. Because I know a lot of times they probably be waiting for me to say something. They probably think I look at their videos and I don't. And it disappoints them when you go, I'm gonna let God handle that one. Because when God gets them, they got. And your hands are clean. You ain't got to worry about going through no time, no nothing. That ass whooping that God gonna put on them, it's gonna be worse than any whooping that they ever could have got. Because God is a just God. And even all these crash YouTube dummies that they paying behind the scenes to do a lot of, and they've given them some resources to try to come up against people who dare not be controlled by them or fear them. And even these damn crackheads that's on here damn tweaking on YouTube that they've hired have pulled themselves into something. That's why I say anything surrounding this organization, it seems like it's just destroying lives. And a lot of these folks got children and they get ready to go away from their children. So that's why I say for those that ain't involved, you better stay out of it. Okay? Because number one, it's messy, it's tacky. How could you troll the dead just because you got into it with them? And then a lot of them never even knew personally Young Dolph. But it appears, but feel as if they need to be loyal to this man. That's how it appears, Gotti. Okay? So they have to dish Young Dolph. So that's why at the core of it, a lot of people that's got a brain that ain't fried go, that's the source right there. That's where all of this is coming from. So even though, those who don't know how to think themselves out of a cardboard box might say, well, he ain't saying nothing. Those that are true thinkers go, that's the source. Because you got people coming in that never even knew Young Dolph that's dissing him. So that's the leader. So that's the source. That's where it's coming from. Everybody ain't stupid now. I always sat back in the cut and was a thinker. Okay. Okay. That's why I'm so quiet. I can size people up real quick. I don't say nothing, but I always had that ability to do it. That's why my company is number one. We think circles around Negroes, okay? But anyways, you guys, I want you to hit the like button, and I never even say a word. Sometimes, you quietly, if I say something, it's because I want you to know it, okay? And trust me, it's a strategy, okay? And I'm talking about as far as vital information. All right, you guys, but it ain't never gonna be no cap. Now that's a fact. Before I get on here and tell lies and embellish, I won't say it. I won't do it. I don't have time for stuff like that. That's just one of my things. I don't. But all right, you guys, I want you to hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and share the video. But I had to get on here and talk about that. This whole thing is disappointing on so many levels. And then, like I said, there are no winners in this Young Dolph situation. That's why I say to y'all just sit over here to the right. God got this one. Don't get yourselves caught up in nothing. Because as it relates to this Young Dolph situation, there will be no winners. And those people, and even some of those young men in CMG that ain't got nothing to do with it, they just need to stay out of this. To these hitmen, y'all some damn fools. It's a damn shame. when you could be a damn hitman and the folks know you by your name. I'm talking about the authorities. What kind of sense do that make? And it bothers me for these black men to put other men before they put their children. You can't stop people from saying and doing what they want to say and do. You make yourself a target for nothing. You get yourself taken away from your children for nothing, because at this point you have gotten yourself taken away from your children. It just ain't manifested yet, but it's coming. That's a done deal. And you go away and do life or go to death row for what? Because in 2, 3 years, they ain't gonna even remember you, the people that you're doing this stuff for. And your kids are left out here without a father. Some of these women that have gotten themselves caught up in this mess. Ladies, you got children. Nobody that truly cares about you is going to ask you to be a hitman. They're going to put you up on something and give you whatever it is they're giving you without you going out there destroying other people's lives. You ain't got to go out there and destroy your community, brothers. And I have an issue with people that promote and do stuff like that because they think I am God. But the real God sits up high and look down low, and God ain't pleased. Not only are the feds outside and all those different agencies, God is outside. And he laying there wrapped down. And I believe Dolph walking at the right hand of him, because it is God that is in control. I believe he got Dolph right up under his wing. And he's saying, they did this to you. I'm finna show them my wrath. Because he ain't playing. Y'all just wait and see. All right, you guys. I want y'all to have a good day. I'll talk to you later.